Say what is going on, guys. I'm SpawnTrapped bringing you another video, and today we're going to be talking about some features that I would love to see implemented in Pokemon Go. Now, none of these features are ones that I've actually came up with myself. These are from various users on Reddit, and this one, the very first one we're talking about, is one that seems very important, particularly to starters. Now, the example given is an Eevee, but the concept is a new item called a leash. Now, the leash would give you the ability to, quote, walk the Pokemon. From there, you could like gain candy and different XP and stuff like that, and increase the CP of the Pokemon in that fashion. Now, I think that'd be really good for the starter in particular, because the starters in Pokemon Go are pretty useless. My Charmander's still 14 CP, thing that I keep, you know, on my team just because it is my starter, and I hope that one day they'll implement a feature to make the starter be a bit more valuable, though most people I think have already transferred them. Moving on to the next one, it'd be cool if you could throw down a flare to show where a Pokemon was located. Obviously, since they took out the tracking feature in the game, they disabled Pokevision and stuff like that, it's harder to find Pokemon. But, you know, if I am down the road somewhere and I catch a Gengar, you know, that's super cool, and I can throw down a flare on the game map where, you know, maybe everybody on Team Mystic, because I'm on Team Mystic, or just everybody in general in my area within, you know, a 10-kilometer radius could see that flare, and they could head there and try and catch that Gengar too, and they could just make the game be more of a localized community kind of thing. Another idea to make rural areas a bit more useful is to create sort of safari spots. They could make the Pokestops in rural areas that don't have very many Pokestops. They could make the Pokestops be more important by making them be like safari points, where you could collect not only a few items at the safari point, but you could collect safari balls. Now, those safari balls could be used in like a 10-kilometer radius of the safari point itself. Maybe after you collect the point, it could increase the spawn rate in the area, and it would make things be a lot better for rural players, because right now they're being left out in the cold a lot. Another one is to earn titles through in-game actions. I saw this in Kingdom Hearts, where you could earn different little titles that go in front of your username by doing things in the game. There's a lot of challenges in Pokemon Go that go unrecognized. Like, I got one the other day where it was like I caught 3 big-sized Magikarps, so I could get like a title that's like Big Fish SpawnTrapped, and that could be before my name. It'd be kind of cool, and they could be customized in that fashion. Another idea, this one is really ridiculous, but I think it'd be cool. It'll never happen. Nintendo should release a smartphone quality Pokedex completely dedicated to playing Pokemon Go. Like, not really a peripheral in the way the Pokemon Watch thing will be, but in like an actual handheld that's made to play the game. This will never happen, I'm sure. It would be really cool, but at the end of the day, it would save my battery on my phone a lot, I'm sure, as well. Another one is there should actually be some sort of scaling when it comes to evolving. Right now, if you catch a Pidgey, you get 3 candy. If you catch a Pidgeotto, you still get 3 candy. And if you catch a Pidgeot, you still get 3 candy. So I don't try and catch Pidgeots or Pidgeottos if I want Pidgey candy, because obviously the Pidgey's a lot easier to catch in the first place. So it should be scaled where maybe you get 5 candy if you catch a Pidgeotto, and you get like 7 if you catch a Pidgeot. You should get some sort of CP bonus or a candy bonus just for logging in every day, just for your starter. That candy should only be usable on your starter. So I picked Charmander as a starter, so I should receive like 1 Charmander candy every day, or a CP boost to the starter every day. A lot of these ideas are centered around making these starters be more valuable, because right now the starters are really useless. Like I said, my Charmander is a 14 CP, and it just isn't that helpful to me. Being able to see what Pokemon are on a gym with me, even when I'm not by the gyms. This is a big pet peeve of mine. This is a serious pet peeve. Is if I throw a Pokemon down on a gym, you know, 5 miles away, and I'm like the only Pokemon on it, and I'm still holding the gym, I kind of would like to know, you know, who else is on the gym. Is there like a 25,000 CP Dragonite on the gym with me? Or, you know, what's holding down this gym with me? I'm kind of just curious, you know, what players and what Pokemon are supporting me on the gym, but I can't see that without actually physically going there. Another one, this one taken a little bit from Call of Duty, a 2x spawn rate and a 2x XP weekend, which would be super cool, but it just seems like they want you to buy the lucky eggs and stuff. And if a lucky egg costs like an actual like 80 cents of US currency to use for a half an hour, to see that run over an entire weekend would be absolutely insane. It would get so many people to play the game, but at the same time, that's like a cash value in terms of hours of like, you know, over $50 worth of just lucky egg time, basically. And then the last thing I want to mention, because it is something that does it makes a lot of people mad at the end of the day that are involved with this kind of thing. Is just cemeteries in general. I think that Pokestops and gyms should be taken out of cemeteries because it's just really rude and disrespectful. Now, I've played some gyms in cemeteries, but the truth is, it's not really that respectful to go into a cemetery and do this kind of thing. Obviously, it is a public place to an extent, but it's just really not an appropriate thing to be doing there. And in the long run, you know, if you have grandparents or something that are looking for a cemetery plot of that fashion, they're not going to want to go to a cemetery that has these kind of things at, because people are going to be going there and being disrespectful in that fashion. So for the cemeteries even, it's just really bad for business and just bad all around. I think it's just a rude thing to have and something that I want to see be removed. I know it's upsetting to some people, particularly the rural players, because for some of them, the cemeteries are the only Pokestops they have. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. I will see you guys in the next one.